I can't get used to this. It's so wrong. Welcome to Simi Simple Living. I am Simone, a 53-year-old grandmother with problems of many kinds. One of them is that I decided on March 17 to live off only what I grow, catch, raise, barter, forage, or already possess for one whole year. I am doing this. Gosh darn it. One of the things I'm also doing is I'm trying desperately to get my husband to retire from the workforce, and I have to get these bills down. And I realize it's part of the problem is me. I accept all of that, but I have to do this. So with that in mind, I looked around. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to grocery stores and spending loads of money. And I thought, how else can I help out? How else can I save money? One of the things was the water bill. You know, when you're trying to grow stuff outside to eat, you have to water it. And we got some time ago, probably a couple of years ago now, some of these ornamental rainwater tanks, and they kind of like got a planter on top. They're quite nice. The HOA, they haven't said anything to me, and they are very snippy type people. They haven't said anything, but it's only I'm sure a matter of time, because if they saw what I'm going to put in the back garden, or what I was going to put in the back garden, they would have something to say. But I'm going to save that for the new house. But in the meantime, I have water that needs to be used up. We had a lot of rain here, and I need to use up this water, and I need to save money. I'm be saving money then, because I'm not using water, and I'm not going to be using the electricity to wash. If I don't know whether you've ever done this, if you've ever collected the water and you've seen how much water it uses. I have a top loader. Many of you probably got the fancy HE front loader things that don't use up a lot of water, but I don't know how much they use up. But I like top loaders. I grew up in England. We had front loaders all the time. I can't stand them. They took an incredible amount of time to wash a very small amount of clothing. And even though they washed them really well, I would say they did. It's not me. I like water in my machine, and I like the clothes to swish around in it. That's just me. So I don't know if you have a top loader, if you have ever taken the hose out of the back and you have seen how much water you use. And let's face it, you do the wash, and I always fill it up. I always do maximum wash, deep fill or whatever. And then it washes, it drains it. And then what does it do? It fills it up again. I collected all of that water once, and I did so much with it afterwards, but it did make me think there has to be a different way, because this is shocking. So with that in mind, I'm going to be using my rainwater. But you could, if you don't have rainwater collection tanks, you could put buckets outside in the garden. Next time it rains, collect your water, save yourself some money. You're going to need 2 janitor mop buckets, the types that have the ringers, and you'll need a stick for agitation. I'm just going to be using the handle of my spin mop, and I'm just going to use that. I'm not going to have the mop part on the end, just the handle. Also, if you're like me, you might have a lot of people. I know that you're out there. I know that there are people like us that you have if I said the shower bucket, you people know what I mean. We have a shower, and it takes, you buy kitty litter. Well, I emptied the kitty litter out. Obviously, we used it, and I kept the bucket that, the little jug thing that it comes in. Well, they're not little, they're quite big. It will use up 3/4. I have to run the water, and when it gets to 3/4 full, that's when my water in my shower turns hot to shower. I was standing there for so long just waiting for the water to heat up, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. We've got to do something. So then we got the shower bucket. We started using that water to water the plants, to flush the toilets, to mop the floors. I mean, it's water. You can do anything with it. But now you could use that if you want another use for this. You don't want to do either of those things. You don't have the problem with the shower. You could just fill up your janitor mop bucket with water, because it's going to use way less than a washing machine would. Let's get out there and let me show you how to do this. This is going to change your life. If you are serious about saving money, and you should be, Because some of you are in debt, and I get it. I've been there. we got ourselves out of debt. I'm never going back, but I do have to reduce these bills big time. Air conditioning, electricity. I show you what I've been doing. I slashed our bill last month by not using the clothes dryer. Oh my gosh. I've got proof. I will show you this in this video. Anyway, so let's get to washing these clothes.
Rain coming down and the buckets all filled, saving every penny with a little bit of skill.
Catch that shower water while you wait for the heat.
Don't let good, clean water run down the street.
Line full of washing, dancing in the breeze. Homemade detergent working magic cheap.
$3.85, now that's
hard to beat. 2 whole years of laundry smelling fresh and clean.
We're saving money,
one load at a time.
rainwater
Washing on a clothesline. Grow, catch, barter, doing what we can.
trying to help the budget and retire,
My man, and if the grid goes down someday,
we'll still know
how to live this way. Simple living, old school style.
making what we've got
Go 1 more mile.
No fancy gadgets, no big expensive plan.
Just common sense living straight from my hands.
Bucket by the shower,
Rain barrel outside.
learning how to make it through.
With a little pride, maybe it helps somebody else survive.
Stretch a paycheck,
Keep some hope alive.
because hard times come,
And hard times go.
but old-fashioned skills are gold, you know.
Saving money, 1 load at a time.
The mop buckets that we filled up. Here is my homemade detergent into one of the buckets. Pop in a bit of that. You need your clothes, which are here. So what have I got here? Oh, look, I've got my wizard dressing robe from 1972, t-shirts, face washer, washcloth, whatever. I've got a towel, okay, and a pair of shorts. So here we go. We can have a look at the dirty water. You see, it did remove the dirt. It really did. And the clothes, they smell so good. They smell just like the laundry detergent that I made. And yeah, okay, so people are going to be saying, oh, look, the clothes are dripping. This is something you would use in the summertime. You could wring these out even more. If it's winter time, the grid goes down and whatever, and you could squeeze them out some more, and you can just dry them on racks in your house. I mean, you're going to have time on your hands if the grid goes down. You won't be going to work, most of you. Or you could just do this at the weekend when you have more time. I mean, the world is your oyster. If you are serious about saving money, you're gonna cut it from everywhere. I'll show you how. I got ourselves out of debt. Well, my husband and I. You just got to want to put in the effort, you know. And I just want to give you encouragement. Don't give up. Money is tight for some. Groceries are skyrocketing. Gas, everything is a challenge, and you want to be able to have a life, and you can get through this. You absolutely can. So don't give up. Just start changing your ways. And if you have any questions about anything, please ask me, and I'll be happy to answer you. But in the meantime, happy laundry, and just do it. You can.